Enter Scrooge. I got kicked out of the Navy. Aye, you what? Blasting killing me kilts. You web-footed freeloader. Hit the road, you bum.
Game of the day.
Brigadoon. It's the treasure of McLexon McDuck.
Well, the Junior Woodchuck Guidebook says.
Junior Woodchuck Guidebook. Ah, lad. You gotta get me lucky dime and seize from the good Junior Woodchuck Guidebook. What game are we doing right now?
We are doing the DuckTales remastered for Xbox 360.
Very good. And we got even more cool stuff for you because we can play it on the Xbox One and it'll look even better.
It looks great.
Shall get her in gear, sir.
DuckTales, woo!
Hurry,
Oh yeah,
hurry!
we're gonna do
Pedal is to the middle.
DuckTales HD Remaster. Originally released for the Xbox 360, but we're gonna play it on the Xbox One. Get these really awesome clips of this beautiful animation and love letter to the classic NES game that was one of the popularly known as one of the most popular games on the system. How's it hold up? How's it look? I think it's fantastic. It is a real trip.
This is the Money Bin House that the 360 Remaster is the exclusive one it had, and it has the
Get away from him, you
cinematic
gluttonous
voices
goon.
from all the cartoons and movies.
Not a
I think it's just great.
Yeah, this is a really cool little segment. You know, you solve these little puzzles, you make Burger Beagle eat the burger, and he gets booted out by the zany security of the money bin. And these cinematics weren't in the original, of course, it's just an 8-bit game. But they brought back the original voice actors, and this custom art, this original art is fantastic.
Snap Clap Pack, pro gamer tip for you, use pogo stick on everything.
Yeah, use the pogo stick on everything, just like the old game. Jump with your pogo stick. Check out every nook and cranny for all the little treasures. It's a really fun game to keep exploring. And there's secret jumps when you use a little rock, the little ledge, the extra little treasure chest. It's great. It's just a gamer's dream.
Oh, bless me kilts. I found me a treasure after I cracked open this rock like flint-hot Glumgo's mother's skull. Aye, you know what I like to do after a long day of admiring my wealth? I just have the hired servants. Just pour it on me, lads.
Whatever you say, Mr. McD, just don't forget to pay me.
Oh, it feels so good. Oh, yeah. No, faster, harder. Oh, good. Like a duck in water. Quack. Okay, so a little DuckTales history. I tried to play that game for you. We looked at the old achievements on my account, and the date was January 2016.
Oh my gosh.
So you didn't know much about the DuckTales.
No.
You weren't interested in learning the jumps. They're too hard. They're a Capcom game, right?
Yeah, I was just watching you over your shoulder.
Yeah. And I remember having some fun with it. And we did most of them. I missed a couple of the harder achievements.
Yeah,
but
it was
overall, I'd
some
beaten
really
it. And,
hard
you know, it was fun to look at my account. Not my save, though, because we didn't boot it up on the 360.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we just reinstalled it on the Xbone. And you got to appreciate the DuckTales history and lineage when I showed it to you 3 years ago.
Yes, because I was in kindergarten and I watched, and he bought all of the disc for the DuckTales volume 1 to 3, and it was
And the movie.
Yep.
Treasure of the Lost Land.
Did the movie?
And they introduced a new Poochie Roy character. And what about like the caveman duck, and he had the Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Bubba Duck. Bubba Duck. Tootsie. No, we had fun with all that.
Yes,
So you like those characters?
I love the DuckTales. I love the show. It's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the classic game that this one plays off of is the NES DuckTales Capcom original.
Yep.
Done by a lot of the same crazy folks that did Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool Capcom style. I love that cart. That cart still goes a pretty penny. You're spending anywhere from at least 12, 15, 20, 30 bucks on that dang thing. Even though it was one of the most popular games ever for the NES,
Wow.
for an already popular system, and they made, in North America alone, almost 2 million of those carts.
Wow.
And there's a really expensive one, DuckTales 2, that came out in 1993 at the tail end of the NES's lifespan. So a lot of people don't remember that, nor they have it because of a very low production and distribution run.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have box copies, they're just outrageous. But even just loose carts of DuckTales 2, which is more of the pogo stick in action, spring, 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 which was just like a really fun gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
And it just worked. And you were Scrooge McDuck on these adventures, and
It was definitely really fun. I played a little bit of it, and the jumps were hard. I watched him, and it went boom, 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 got all the diamonds.
yeah, you were having trouble with the jumps, but you at least had a better shot at it this time. You got through a couple Beagle Boys.
It was definitely easier than
The
from 4
Beagle
years
Boy.
ago.
Mm-hmm. And we got to play that opening level intro. That's just like a playable intro with the Beagle Boys attacking the money bin. That is not in
That
the
was
original
not in
game.
the original cart.
It is just this version here, the remaster, that has came out as a standalone 360 game, but also as a downloadable token, which was called the Disney Afternoon Adventure Set or
Really?
something like
Wow.
that. And I really wish they had a physical copy, like we could add to our collection, but instead it's just a digital token for like all 4 games remastered, which includes Chip and Tails Rescue Rangers,
Yep.
Tailspin,
Oh, yep. Tailspin.
and I'm probably something else. I can't remember. I think there's like 3-4 games, maybe more. I wish they had a real disc though, because it looks like
Yeah.
all 90s style and
Definitely would be a
the
cool,
pastel colors.
disc to have in our collection.
So hopefully someday they'll try to milk that a little more and get more of their nativization and get a few more bucks out of it for adding that to the modern systems. But overall, what was your conclusion of doing the DuckTales game today?
Well, I liked the art was amazing. It looked better than the show. Like each character, it looked
Yeah.
great. And
You're right. It probably does look better
Yeah.
because the way we watched the show was on DVD, which is standard definition, and we saw it in high definition 1080p today, running at least 60 FPS
Yeah.
in the HDR high definition upscaling. So it looked fantastic. It does. It's like quite the fan love letter is what they made here. It is one of my favorite remasters they've done of any old game.
Yeah, we had a couple of them, and this is probably my favorite right now too. I haven't seen anything better.
You know, I love this old game. I always thought it was super hard. I didn't own it when I was a kid, but I rented it a couple good times. And of course, people had it. Like I said, it was super popular.
Yeah.
It's just one that fell through the cracks for me. But I played it plenty. I always loved doing the pogo stick mechanic and finding every little nook and cranny. There was a bunch of cool secrets.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them.
They're everywhere, right? So it's a really fun game to discuss and be like, I know where the little hidden passageway is. I know where the $1 million treasure trove is. I know how to beat this boss. It's still a classic Capcom game, always challenging.
Yeah, even the end boss level, even though it was on the very beginning level for the 360 one, it was still super hard because it was actually really cheap for the bosses.
Yes, it's Capcom never pulls any punches, and especially that era of game design. But despite its difficulty, it's rather fondly remembered, and it was super fun to share with you today.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, gamers. Quack.
Step away from me, Fortune, you crook.
Not this time, McDuck.
Not this time, Mick. I love these
You ain't
voices.
getting the drop on this Beagle boy.
Old Frank Welker.
This is my first time playing Big Time Beagle, and I didn't know his pattern, so I had to give the controller over to Daddy. As you can see, it was really hard for me. I wasn't sure what to do.
I think I'll bust you with this.
And then you get all scared and you're like, Daddy, help! And I'm like, don't worry, child. I'll get him. In preparation of this video, I played it on hard last night, and this guy's actually takes tons and tons of hits.
My aching
And
head.
easy, he throws out some food, whatever, the ice cream, Scrooge's favorite, is his health, and he's a little easier to beat. And you can get that. Work smarter, not harder. Money bin
This ain't
achievement.
the last you'll see of me.
Yeah, good riddance to bad beagles, I say. Now, why in the world was he interested in this old painting? Surely
And you
there are more
unlock
valuable...
Gyro's computer when you feed the map
Well,
data.
pluck me pin feathers. It looks like some kind of...
In the Amazon, you can go down and get an achievement with the invincibility coin, and you can get 5 enemies in a row without stopping.
Yup. And kill him with the coin and not your pogo jump, because we were messing that up at first. For a quick secret 20 gamer score. The pop. It's a duck blur. Might solve the mystery. Or pogo around the office. DuckTales. They say the best for last. Straight cash, son. Just diving in there. And that ASMR of the coins jingling and jangling. So pretty to me eyes. Something they added in the HD remaster too that's great. Game over.
Oh, have a heart, Uncle Scrooge. I warned you. I said if I didn't set you straight and get that bill in order, you'll never touch me family fortune or me lucky dime. They gave free bread to the ducks down at the pond.